Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Now Experts Time channel. So this channel it is helping real-time service now scenarios, use cases, and associated demos. So earlier I have posted software asset management related videos and license conceptions, how it is happening in ServiceNow from ITSM, CSM, HRSD, ITOM, software asset management modules. So if you want to understand those items, please refer to those videos. So in this video, what we are going to discuss is DevOps change velocity. This is one of the super feature available in ServiceNow environment. So why this DevOps change velocity is required? What is a benefit I'm going to get if I use DevOps change velocity, and what is the difficulties currently available, the difficulty how it is overcome with the help of DevOps change velocity, and how I can implement in my ServiceNow instance. Those are all the topics are associated with this DevOps change velocity. So in this video, first we will see the DevOps change velocity introduction. Then upcoming videos we can show one by one, like how the demo or how the configuration is going to happen in ServiceNow, and what are all the configurations we need to enable in the CI/CD tool based on that how it is working. So those type of items we will see upcoming videos. So when you talk a DevOps change velocity, the main solution what it is deriving is automated change management. So everyone we heard change management, that change management how we make it as automated manner, plus how we can convert as an enterprise change management. Those type of solution it can be derived via DevOps change velocity. So this is a main target if you are using a DevOps change velocity. So when you talk about the DevOps change velocity, first thing is plugin. Plugin is a pretty much important part. If you enable the solution, this plugin needs to be enabled in your business service now instance. So when you talk about this plugin, I have just showcased this license subscription model from ITSM, because this DevOps change velocity it is part of your ITSM. So when I explain this DevOps change velocity, I clearly highlighted we are going to achieve a enterprise change management. So change management it is part of your ITSM. So this DevOps change velocity also part of your ITSM license. So which subscription it having that functionality is ITSM professional license. ITSM standard it doesn't have a DevOps change velocity. ITSM professional it have, or if you have ITSM enterprise, then you have a DevOps change velocity. So what you are seeing, these are all the items are available in your subscription. So compare standard, professional, and enterprise, you can see the difference. So these are all the things available in standard, these are all the things available in professional. But if you see professional, ITSM standard plus this functionality, that means this item plus these are all the additional functionality. And the enterprise means this professional, complete professional plus these two additional items. So that's the way they have defined it. So when you talk about this DevOps change velocity, it is part of your professionalize license. Then if you have enterprise, then it is also good, you have that functionality. So if this plugins available with your subscription, then you can enable that automated change management solution or enterprise change management solution in your business environment. Moving to the next slide, what is a overview of this solution? That is a pretty much important part, right? So everyone knows ServiceNow provided ITSM solution. In this ITSM, it's supporting for your service management related or covering that solutions, right? So when you are talking the service management, change management is a major portion in this ITSM. So when you talk a change management, normally what we will do is, uh, if you want to apply one change in your infra, then what is our process is, first we need to create a change request, then change request it go for an approval, then approval once it is done, then implementation test plan and rollback plan, everything you need to tag with your change ticket, then all approval done, then finally you are going to implement the change in your infrastructure. When you talk this life cycles, what is a problem is your timeline is a problem, right? So first you need to create a ticket. That ticket it should go for an your local approval. Once it is approved in the local approval, then it will go for a cab approval, provide a cab related justification, and finally this change will go to your implementation state. So this will take minimum 2 weeks, because weekly wise cab meeting is going to happen. So and you need to implement all informations, and finally it will go for an approval, correct? So minimum 1 week, maximum a number of week it will take to implement the change. So this is one of the negative area when you talk change management. So you cannot implement your change immediately. So to resolve this problem, ServiceNow planned to enable automated change management solution with the help of DevOps change velocity. For example, if you have any of the CI/CD tools like Jira, GitHub, Bitbucket, Jenkins, Azure DevOps, we call it as ADO, Selenium or JFrog. So what are the tools you are using in your business landscape? These tools will be integrated with your service now. Whenever the change ticket needs to be happen, then service now and this appropriate tool will take handshake and understand that situation and create the change ticket automatically in your service now environment. So less than 5 minutes the change ticket will be created, and the further movement will happen immediately. So this will completely reduce your time delay. So compared to your normal change management, this automated change, main thing is less than 5 minutes you can see the change ticket, and it will go for automatic approval, etc., and it is ready to implement the change in your infra. So that is a main motto here. So if you see here, auto create request, yes, it will happen based on this automation. Build successful, unit test passed, test coverage is greater than 80%, security test passed, no incidents are required, no deployment freeze. So these all things will happen when you are enabling this integration with your CI/CD tool. So this is a pretty much important part. Your business it having a number of changes, you need to deploy that a number of changes with appropriate timeline, then this is a right solution from ServiceNow. So when you talk about this change, you take a code deployment. It's a typical use case, right? So code deployment normally we will do in the business. We have a number of applications. We do a different development. Those different development we need to deploy it in your production environment from non-prod. So when you implement this code related deployment, then you need a proper change ticket. The change ticket needs to be answered with the proper justifications like a document, etc., right? So if you take this item, Normally what you will do, you will plan it. Based on the planning you will code it, then build it, finally you will test it, and last is a deploy. So these all phases it can be covered in this DevOps change velocity solution. So it's a super duper feature, but very less people they are using. If you have a professional license or enterprise license, please use it. You can see a more benefit in your business instance. You take this item, this is a normal developer experience challenge. Create a change, that's what I have highlighted. Create a change, get an approval, wait for a cab, again get an approval, wait for change window, and finally you are going to deploy. So this duration, how much days it will take? Minimum 1 week or maximum 3 weeks, something like that, right? So 1 to 3 weeks we need to wait to complete this change related approval process. So instead of this 1 to 3 weeks, any options to deploy that change with the proper ITIL role, with the proper uh, CI/CD pipeline integration, then it is a very big benefit to the customer. So this is what it is resolved in your DevOps change velocity solution. So if you see here, create a change via API. When you use a DevOps change velocity, there is a API concept. It is there, that CI/CD API. That CI/CD API it is supporting to handshake between two systems. Next, gather the risk data. What are all the risks available if you are implement the change in your infra environment? And parallelly, that risk will be evaluated in the API itself. If the risk is a manageable, if the risk is a controllable, then validate your change authorization policy, and finally it will deploy the change. So these all item it will doable less than 5 minutes to authorize this change in your business environment. That is a beauty in this solution. And the next thing is, when we talk about ServiceNow related enterprise change management solution or ServiceNow related automated change management solution, first we ask the question, are we a market leader? ServiceNow is having that much maturity in this DevOps change velocity? To answer this question, 200% yes. ServiceNow is a market leader here, and ServiceNow already proved this floor with the help of DevOps change velocity. So your development and your operations can be handled very beautiful way in your ServiceNow environment with the help of DevOps change velocity. If you see in this slide here, ServiceNow it's in a third place. So plan view, second digital AI, and third one is a ServiceNow. So ServiceNow is already proved they are a market leader in DevOps change velocity, plus the DevOps change velocity additionally providing a more features and more functionalities. So this is an apt solution to achieve enterprise change management or automated change management in your business environment. So actually this is a demo I planned to showcase in my video. So in the next call I will explain, next video I will explain this demo, how it will work in ServiceNow. I hope you enjoyed this session to understand what is DevOps change velocity, what is enterprise change management, and what is a current problem if you are go with a normal change life cycle. Stay tuned with this channel. In upcoming video you will see the demo session. Good day and goodbye.